Thanksgiving, how do you plan to handle this little couple-day stretch? What are you doing with the players?
Well, all of our freshmen and the travel squad, non-travel squad guys are going home.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to adjust our practices. But I'd love for those guys to stay and help us practice. But this is a huge weekend for those guys. So non-travel guys are going home, spend time with their families, and the rest of us stay here and practice.
Right now, I know you're practicing earlier tomorrow. Then what do you do? Do you try to give the kids that are on the travel squad a little bit of time? Where will you?
Oh no, yeah. We're not one of those schools that are going to be here 19 hours.
Right.
Come here and practice. We'll eat, and then I think they're going to the movies as a team
Oh, that's a
later
good idea.
on, and then they'll
Maybe go to their sponsor's house or
not tomorrow.
No.
Thursday we'll go to sponsors.
Thursday.
Stay here, be safe. But then Thursday we'll have an early practice. We'll have a team Thanksgiving dinner together. All the coaches and their families, all the players that are here. Then after that they can go with their sponsors. But both nights we're going to have them sleep here. Just make sure some accountability and just we've got a huge game. I mean, this isn't time to start going gallivanting. We've got to make sure we're dialed in.
The stretch that you're in, because of the East Carolina bye week being changed, I think it's going to be 9 straight weeks of playing without a break. I don't know if that's ever happened. That's probably one of the longest stretches you've ever had.
But we've known it's been that way. So we've structured our practice that way. We've changed things up, try to be smart in our practice because we knew it was going to be a long stretch. We have to get ready, but we've tried to tailor things back in what we do just to be smart. So we've been planning for this all the way through.
The injury report for the East Carolina game was one of the longer ones of the season. You want to bring us up to date on where that stands? Chris High?
Probably questionable at this time.
Josiah Powell?
Questionable.
Palmore?
Probable. And Hudson will probably be back. I'm trying to think of any other guy. Craig Scott, he's out. Craig Scott's out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of anybody else, but that's all I can think of right now.
What Brandon Jones, I know he had a death in the family and was not available for East Carolina, and I know he's moved to inside linebacker, but are you thinking maybe move him back out now that you're a little thin? Dale had said he would have been under consideration to play outside linebacker.
No, we're gonna keep him there. Kalen Williams gonna play striker, and we'll keep him inside for this point. But we may see down the road, but for this next couple of weeks he'll be inside.
So if Josiah can't go, do you think Norton? Do you think he impressed enough to get another look?
Oh, he played great. I thought he played really, really good. I mean, he's played like a 3-year starter. I mean, we were really, really happy with where he played.
There was an interesting note that Scott put out about how many of the games have been lost to injury. Has this been one of the tougher seasons injury-wise, do you think?
I mean, I think it's just normal. I mean, there's some guys that some coaches cry about their hurt and this. I mean, that's football. They're like, oh, we're injured, this and that. I mean, everybody in the country is injured.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I've heard some coaches talk about, we're banged up. I mean, join the crowd. I mean, this is football. Everybody's hurt. But this might be the most injured, we've been, but, we just got to keep pressing forward. Just like I said, it's football.
College football power rankings come out again, the playoff rankings. Do you even bother to look at that stuff, or do you just you got to keep winning games and you'll worry about it at the end?
Well, I mean, I go home and watch TV. I mean, I love watching. I love the show, but you can't worry about it. I mean, we are where we're at, but I definitely watch it.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Foremost about Will. I mean, the numbers just keep adding up, and I know we're running out of superlatives, but one thing I thought about is last year Keenan finished fourth in the Heisman voting, fifth in the Heisman voting.
Right.
Will Worth is putting up as good a numbers or better, and he may not even be honorable mention all AAC because they're going to give Quentin Flowers first team. Right. Ward Jr. from Houston's probably going to get.
Right.
But poor Will might only be honorable mention.
Well, you know what? I don't think it matters to Will.
Mm-hmm.
He's number one with us. That's all that matters. He's playing great. And again, I mean, it's unfortunate what happened at the beginning of the year and how he became a starter. But at the same time, I'm happy for him. He's playing well. He's my quarterback. He's the guy that we're going with, and he's been playing great all year.
So, as we talk about this, I never really had a chance to ask you, why do you think that he has performed this well? Do you think he was just a case of a kid who was ready all along and you didn't know it, or you knew it?
Go back to 2 springs ago. Who was the most valuable player of the spring? Will Worth.
The Admiral Mack.
Yeah, so Will Worth. So he's a good football player. He was just behind two other good football players. So we've always been that way at that position, been ready to play, and his time came, and he stepped up and he's delivered, and he needs to deliver about 4 more games, and we'll be all right.
I know it was a very small sample size, but how did you feel that Zach Abey performed in his very first varsity action?
Just happy for him to finally get in there and get hit. He's a physical kid. He loves contact. I call him the hammer. I told him next year he'll find out what that means. But it's good for him to get out there and play. Now it's a lot more football to be played for him. But again, he's getting a lot of reps in practice. And just like Will, he's not kind of in the same position, but the reps help. So next year when his time comes, he'll be ready to step up.
You grading Zach hard in practice and, even in a short sample like that in the game, do you grade him out and say?
Ask Zach about that. He'll tell you, I'm on him all the time, because he has potential. At the same time, he needs to play smart, so I'm on him all the time about doing things right, the little things which matter, So he'll tell you how hard I coach him. I'm on him all the time, so hopefully that'll pay off. And
is Zach at all like Will in terms of style?
Very much, man. He's a very physical kid, very physical. We change a lot at that position in this offense. He's like a tailback back there now. With the things that we're doing, Now we'll get back to doing some other stuff and getting the ball to the A-backs more, but for the most part, the QB's the guy in this offense right now. Will has like 247 carries, and this guy has like 71. So it's kind of the way things are, and Zach's built for that. It's something we're not going to change. And he's going to create a football a lot for us.
All right, thanks. Last year he finished 5th in the Heisman Trophy voting, and you're putting up numbers as good or better than him. Do you think that you should be in the Heisman Trophy running?
I don't know about that.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
What about the fact, though, that you may not even be first or second team all conferences? Do you care about that? Because you got Quentin Flowers and Greg Ward Jr. from Houston.
Not at all. I haven't thought about it one bit. We'll be in the conference championship game in 2 weeks, and we're going to focus on getting that trophy.
So one of the things I was asking Ivin, people have talked about the numbers and you're doing great things. Why do you think that you were prepared to perform like this? Do you think you were all along, or is this almost somewhat a surprise to you, the numbers you're putting up?
It's definitely wasn't something I expected to be doing this well, but I think just the preparation each and every day for the past 3-4 years has got me to this point. Just being able to watch what Keenan was doing, watch what Tago was doing, and just learn something new every day about the offense.
Zach Abey, he finally got his first varsity action.
Yeah.
How much are you mentoring Zach? Because, as of now, he's the heir apparent. How much are you trying to help him? I know you got to prepare yourself, but how much are you trying to help him get ready?
Definitely trying to help him out. We go 2 huddles each day, so just any questions that he has, he knows that he can come talk to me about it, and just trying to make sure that we're prepared if anything does happen.
Last but not least, the attitude of the team, the mentality. Winning that game last week secured the West Division a berth in the championship game. How you don't want to have a letdown. This SMU game still has importance. It means maybe securing home field advantage in the championship game. What's the mood of the team? Do you sense that they're still focused?
Definitely. Everybody's still focused. We know all our goals are still in front of us, and we just have to keep fighting and win one game at a time.
All right. Thanks. To finally get into a varsity game.
It felt great. It was definitely a weight lifted off my shoulders. Been wanting to get in for a while, and it felt great. Will, the entire third and fourth quarter, he was coaching me up on the sideline, telling me what to do, what kind of defense they're playing, how they're playing. So he helped me a lot.
How much is Will trying to mentor you a little bit? I know you look up to him.
Yeah.
Is he helping you develop?
Oh yeah. Like you said, I look up to him. Whether it's in practice, just with my steps, little things. He's not afraid to tell me what I'm doing wrong. And I told him to make sure, if I am doing something wrong, if he sees something that he should tell me, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt. Just to see, it's crazy, just, the amount of, the difference he changed this year. It's great to see. I don't know. He's helped me a lot.
How much of getting the second team reps, getting more reps in practice, do you feel like you've taken a big step forward just since you started getting those second team reps?
Yeah, getting reps, and it feels like a game-like situation. One of the things that Will told me on the sideline before during the ECU game was, he said, just be calm. He said the practice reps are even harder than what you see in the game. He said, the Coach Jasper, he makes sure the defense set up, the scout D set up perfectly, and we see even more looks than we see on the field. So he said just stay calm and just act like it's a practice, and everything will just play out.
I was just asking Coach Jasper. I asked if he grades hard on you, even though you played just a little bit against ECU or in practice. He said ask you. Is he tough on you?
I mean, I think he's tough on me. I mean, there's not a practice goes by where I don't get yelled at for something, but I mean, I think that like it helps me learn. I mean, he can't just pat me on the back all the way. That's just the style coach he is, which I think really helps. I mean, it's shown the last couple quarterbacks came through here.
So did you get marked down for anything that happened during an ECU game? I mean,
yeah, I had a fumbled snap, so that was a big markdown. But I mean, I didn't turn the ball over, so that was good. That was the main thing is, you know, if they keep the rock in our hands.
So obviously nobody knew who Will Worth was until this season, and look what he's doing. Do you think, in your mind, that this may be you next year? If indeed you end up being the starting quarterback, it's going to be the same thing. Nobody will know anything about Zach Abey.
Yeah.
They'll doubt whether you can get the job done as well as Will Worth. Does that give you some confidence to see that a guy that in his first year as a starter has been able to perform the way that Will has?
I mean, yeah, you never know. I just have to go out there and prove myself. Just keep taking tips from Will. He's going to keep. I'm sure even in the offseason, he's going to keep coaching me up. I'm just going to try to put everything out in the field. So.
All right, Zach, thanks.